All right. Should you keep your MPC Live 2 or should you upgrade to the MPC Live 3? Now, that's a question that a lot of you guys have asked me, and we're going to talk about that today. Bolo! All right, so as you guys know, I try to keep it as real as possible here on the channel because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just trying to sell, and trying to get you guys to buy stuff, even though I, have links in the video description to do that. However, you guys have asked me this question over and over and over again, and I want to address it in a way to where it's just really authentic. So I'm really not going to do any cuts or breaks in this video. And I just want to just really be authentic in what I'm saying. And I don't really have a script or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of go off the dome and try to relate to you why I feel that either you should keep your MPC Live 2 or if you should upgrade to your MPC Live 3. So let's look at the pros and cons of keeping this right here. Your MPC Live 2. All right. So one thing that I do like about the MPC Live 2 is, it's simple. It's simple, doesn't have that many buttons. And of course, you can put the Pro Pack on here. You can put the Pro Pack on here, and the Pro Pack will essentially turn this into the MPC Live 3 minus all of the buttons and a few extra features. Now, what are the extra features that I'm talking about? Some of the extra features that I'm talking about is the USB-C export. The USB-C export where you can go ahead and make a beat and then you can just take your USB-C cable, plug it into your computer, go into your DAW, and then basically track out all the audio from your MPC. You have up to, I think, 24 or 32 audio tracks you can export out. I forgot. I can't think right now this morning, still early. But you can track out all of that audio. I think it's 24, and you can do it all at one time, which is groundbreaking because if you guys know how it used to be with the older MPCs, you could really do 10. And a lot of people was like, well, it's only 8 outputs, but you had 8 outputs and you had a stereo main output, so you could do 10 tracks at a time. But with this, you can do 24 stereo tracks at a time. Okay, back then you could do 10 mono, or you can do whatever combination you want to do, but that's all you had. But this, you can do 24 tracks of output of stereo tracks at one time, which is pretty much more than what you would need at any given point working on an MPC. Like, I only use maybe at the most, maybe 13 or 14 tracks at a time. Like, that's just me. I know some of y'all use more, but that's just me. However, the MPC Live 2 right now is, of course, if you want to get it used, it's going to be cheap. And unless you're like using a whole bunch of like sounds and using up the RAM like that, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think you need to upgrade to the Live 3. The MPC Live 2 is more than capable of doing everything you need for it to do, especially if you're somebody who is like maybe using a few samples, you're chopping up some samples and using some sounds. It's more than capable of doing that. And I haven't really heard too many people tripping on the MPC Live 2 like that, okay, when it comes to sampling. Like, you usually hear some issues, with some, like with the One and the One Plus and stuff like that. Maybe the live, maybe the Key 37 a little bit, but with the MPC Live 2, I really have not had too many people giving bad experiences with the MPC Live 2. Just being honest with you. Now, of course, the MPC Live 3 has all the bells and whistles, which we'll get to that. But if you're just doing some light sampling, or if you want to make beats using the VSTs and you're the type of person that maybe uses maybe 3 or 4 different VSTs and you don't really pile up all the effects and everything like that, and you may just do most of the groundwork inside of the MPC Live 2 and then export it and put it into the computer, or you'll track it into the computer that way, I don't think you need to upgrade to the Live 3 right now. All right. But I will say this. I will say that you will most likely need to go ahead and get the Pro Pack, and you will need to go ahead and upgrade to the new 3.6 because the new 3.6 is very stable. I haven't had any problems with it, and it's making my MPC Live 3 work much smoother. Now, I know it's been like 2 or 3 people saying that the 3.6 has made the MPC buggy or whatever. It's going to be some issues with that. It could be the person's hard drive. It could be the thumb drive. It could be whatever. It could be a whole bunch of stuff that's not agreeing. But for me personally, that 3.6 upgrade is amazing. It has this thing running smooth, and it is great. Now, another reason why you shouldn't have to upgrade to the new MPC Live 3. If you're a person who uses outboard gear, like if you're somebody who uses like synthesizers and other stuff like that, and you're just using straight MIDI, and you're just using this for the drums and just using this for the sequencer, you do not have to upgrade to the new MPC Live 3 because you're not using a whole bunch of resources inside the MPC Live 3, MPC Live 2. You're just using the sequencer and using the MIDI information to just basically tie in all of your external gear. You don't have to upgrade for that. Like, to be honest with you, I can run all of my MIDI gear. I can run all my keyboards. I can run all my synthesizers, all that stuff. I can run all of that stuff with the MPC Live 2 using USB because, you can use MIDI via USB, and all my stuff shows up. Even the stuff that I have to, buy the little 6-pin MIDI thing to USB, all that stuff shows up perfectly. I have no issues, and I can track everything into my MPC, or I can just track it in directly into my computer, and I have no issues with that. So that would be a reason why you do not need to get an MPC Live 3. The battery, I bought this thing in 2001. The battery still is great. The speakers on it are awesome. You can do pretty much everything in it, so you don't necessarily have to go ahead and upgrade, okay? So that's my reasons why you do not have to upgrade. You already have the new 3.6 that's in there that runs amazing in here. You can get the Pro Pack, which essentially turns it into the new MPC Live 3. It's very simple to use. If you want to get it cheap, you can go ahead and get it cheap right now because a lot of people are selling theirs who got the MPC Live 3. And if you're using this for like your MIDI stuff or whatever, it can control it, no issues, no problems. Like, I still think the MPC Live 2 is one of the best MPCs pound for pound ever made because it was the first groove box of its kind to have a battery, a speaker on it, and it was fully portable and you can get everything done in it. So if you got one and you're itching to get a Live 3, and right now, as we all know, the Live 3s are out of stock at a lot of places, and you're itching to get a Live 3, you'll be totally fine with your MPC Live 2 for right now. You'll be cool. All right. So now with that being said, let's switch over to the MPC Live 3. Hey, if you're looking to get an MPC Live 3, go ahead and click those links in the video description and try to get you one today. They're selling out fast, so I got 2 links down there so you guys can go ahead and try to pick one up. And if you need a very dope stand for your MPC Live 3 or your MPC Live 2, go ahead and check out this XTS 2-tier stand by Analog Cases. This thing can hold your MPC Live 3 or your MPC Live 2 and your MIDI controller underneath, and this will give you a nice area to cook up on and make some really dope beats. So if you want to go ahead and get this stand, go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to Analog Cases right now. So, all right, the MPC Live 3, which my battery is going dead because I was actually using it without the battery. But the MPC Live 3, as you guys can see, this thing has a lot of buttons and it has a lot of new features that are on the front part of this particular unit. And like I said before, some of y'all agree with me and disagree with me. Some of y'all were like, yo, Bolo, you tripping, this thing looks good. I don't think it's the sexiest MPC, don't get me wrong, but it is kind of dope and I like it. I like it because there is a lot of buttons on here and it just seems like it can get a little daunting, but when you start using it, the buttons really work really good. It ties in with the touchscreen and everything, and it just makes everything much more simpler. And for anybody right now who is an all-in-one user, who does everything inside of the MPC. I mean, using all of the VSTs, using the effects, using all of that stuff. And, you do all your mixing and everything inside the MPC. The MPC Live 3 is for you. If you're somebody who wants to do live performance and wants to set up your MPC for live performance to where you can go ahead and set up pretty much anything. You can set up your sequences, everything through the buttons and everything without even have to use the touchscreen. The MPC Live 3 is for you. If you have very intricate projects when it comes to using hardware and software, and you're trying to use this along with the computer, the MPC Live 3 is for you. If you're someone who is doing a lot of modular stuff and you want to do a lot of modular things like with the pads and everything else, this is for you. Okay? Because right now with the new modular pads that they have on here, the MP pads, the MPC pads on here that they have on here are amazing. The stuff that you can do with the sounds on here is amazing. The new expressive pads just brings a whole new life to the MPC. So if you're into that, then the MPC Live 3 is definitely for you. Another thing, like I said before, tracking out audio. If you want to track out your audio digitally where it's going to sound great either way, just going through a USB cable, going into your computer and being able to track out that way and, going ahead and taking care of all the stuff in the computer from that point where you don't have to worry about having to use any preamps or anything like that and, shaping your sound. You can just shape your sound pretty much in the box. The MPC Live 3 is for you because it's one of the easiest groove boxes to use, number one. Of course, having 8 gigs of RAM so you can load up on so much stuff. Like right now, you can use up to 32 sounds and effects and everything like that with the 8 gigs of RAM. If you're the type of person that likes to use a lot of audio, if you're using a lot of audio in your sessions on your MPC, the MPC Live 3 is for you. So, the MPC Live 2, I think it was 8 tracks of audio. The MPC Live 3 is 16 tracks of audio right now. Might be more. I can't think right now, but I believe it's 16. You could do all that, add effects. It's pretty much a whole computer in the box with that classic MPC sound. I'm just being honest with you. If you need all of that, then the MPC Live 3 is for you. Now, I know a lot of you guys have already pre-ordered them because I know you guys have been waiting for them. They sold out pretty much on the first day. Some people got theirs from the store, the physical store, and some people got them online and they've been pretty much sold out. But if you have an MPC Live 2, you're cool, okay? You can use that and still use a lot of the functions of the MPC Live 3. Now, the only function that you will not be able to use to the fullest effect is, of course, using the step sequencer and using the stem separation. The stem separation is not that good on the MPC Live 2 versus the MPC Live 3. So if you need to get really high quality, computer quality stem separation, then of course you got to upgrade up to the MPC Live 3. It has a better processor, better RAM, so the stuff comes out sounding better. Another thing is, if you want a smoother overall experience on the MPC Live 3 is definitely it. Okay, it's definitely it. Now, if you're somebody who is just an MPC type of a person, if you just feel like you love this brand and you feel like this brand has done you right and you're just an MPC guy, then the MPC Live 3 is for you because, of course, if you're an MPC person like me and like a lot of other people, you own a ton of MPCs and you keep all of them. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just an MPC person, you're going to need this because if you don't get it, you're going to be itching to get one at some point. So just go ahead and get it now. Okay. And with that being said, like, if you're waiting for an MPC, say for instance, you have an MPC Live 2 or MPC Key 37, an X or 1 or whatever, you can go ahead and get the Pro Pack and you can put it on that actual machine and you can start going ahead and using your older MPCs just like the newer MPCs. Now, I do have a Pro Pack video which I will link in the video description, and I will put a link of the Pro Pack in this video description as well. I don't get anything from the Pro Pack. Listen, I don't get no kickbacks, no nothing. I'm just telling you guys right now that it is a good resource to have on your MPCs because it does, add some of that MPC, Live 3 functionality to your older MPCs, okay? Along with the 3.6 update. So if you guys are looking to get an MPC Live 3 and you think all of those things fit your requirements of upgrading, go ahead and get it. You will not be disappointed. The MPC Live 3 is awesome. It's incredible. It will reshape your whole experience with the MPC with all of, the new features and all of the new guts inside of the MPC as well as far as the new CPU and the RAM and with all of the new features that come with the MPC Live 3. However, if you do have an MPC Live 2, you're just as good, okay? What I would just say is get the Pro Pack, okay? And then add that to it. Upgrade your MPC to the 3.6. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm not going to 3.6. I'm staying on 2.5.1, all that stuff. Listen, I understand all that, but at some point, you're going to have to upgrade, man. Like, you got to upgrade. And once you do upgrade and just actually immerse yourself into the 3.6, I'm telling you, it's going to be a better experience for you, all right? I was one of the people, even when I did the 3.6 update, I was kind of critical about it because it just wasn't there yet. But now they fixed a lot of things. They fixed the MIDI MSB and LSB into it. They fixed a lot of internal stuff to where now everything is running smoother. Even some of the plugins are pulling up a lot faster. Well, not some, all of the plugins are pulling up a lot faster. And in the new MPC Live 3, they pull up almost immediately, okay, because of the new guts inside of the MPC. So yeah, that's my take on if you should upgrade or not. Okay, I'm not saying that you should do either or, but I just want to just lay it out on the line of how I feel about it, and I want to know how you guys feel about it. Okay, so like I say, just look at the pros and cons of everything, and if you feel like you want to upgrade, go ahead and do it. If you don't, then stay where you at. But go ahead and get that Pro Pack. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.